All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. You know, it's another day here. What's this light? Okay, all right, without wasting much time, you know, it's live streaming daily till I blow up, and it's another day yet. Today is day 15. Come on, guys. Boom! We're going, we're flying. All right, let's live streaming daily till I blow up. If it's your first time here, you're welcome. If you're existing, I appreciate you. You're welcome. We had a wonderful session yesterday. Yesterday was gratitude, and today is a Monday. Question and answer. But let me first wish you a happy new month. Yeah, have a beautiful and favorable July, and just as God rested on the seventh day, have a month filled with total rest and accomplishment and change of levels and positions. Happy new month from me to you. Have a beautiful July. All right, without further ado, straight up questions and answer Mondays. I have like 3 questions. I posted some question links, for people to drop their questions on different topics. But basically, the ones I have on love and relationship and purpose. But they are pretty questions because I know they will definitely apply to a lot of persons. So let's go. The first question is, what's the difference between a soulmate and a life partner? Now this question is kind of tricky, and gonna lie, I won't lie to you. It's a very tricky question. What's the difference between a soulmate and a life partner? When I saw this question, I was like, this is a deep one. But I went into the question, and I hope I'll be able to convince or explain the question very much to our understanding. Now I'll go ahead to define both of them. That's who a soulmate is and who a life partner is, or what a soulmate is and what a life partner is. So a soulmate and a life partner are often used interchangeably, but they have distant meaning. Now interchangeably means they are related, and most of the times they confuse one for the other, or most of the times they use them as both meanings to describe relationship or having someone or a partner. But they have distant meanings. Now, what's a soulmate here? A soulmate is a person with whom you share a deep, intense, and often spiritual connection. The first question, if you're just joining us, the first question is the difference between a soulmate and a life partner. And I said they are used interchangeably, but they have distant meanings. A soulmate is a person with whom you share a deep, intense, and often spiritual connection. Someone who understands and completes you, or a profound level. Now, this can also be platonic. You understand? Someone that completes you and someone that understands you. It can also be a platonic kind of relationship or a platonic kind of soulmate, to my understanding. That's what I got when I was trying to understand and meditate on this question. It could be platonic and can also be romantic. Just so you know, a soulmate is someone that understands you and completes you. It's a relationship that feels predestined or meant to be. That's a soulmate. Something that is just orchestrated by the divine. You can just meet someone and be like, oh boy, where have you been? Or come on, girl, where have you been? You get, so it's something that has been predestined, something that is meant to be, is divinely orchestrated. And your friends can also fall in this category. Like I mentioned earlier, not just based on romantic purposes or romantic kind of relationship. So don't get it overly attached to just intimate relationships. Now, soulmates are often associated with a strong emotional and intuitive bond. That is soulmate. Soulmate, just as you have classmates and age mates, that's just how it is with soulmates as well. But someone that matches your soul, someone that matches your energy, someone that gets your vibe, totally. Someone that vibes and matches your aura, someone that complements you. It's complementary and same time it's perfect. That is soulmate, someone that complements you and matches your vibe and your aura. That's who a soulmate is. Now, who is a life partner? I'm breaking down and giving us, definition so that we can understand the question better. If a soulmate is different from a life partner. A life partner, on the other hand, is a person with whom you share a long-term committed relationship. Now, in my notes, I circled the word long-term. Sorry, I circled the word committed. You get? So a life partner, on the other hand, is a person with whom you share a long-term committed relationship. Oh, sorry. A long-term committed relationship. Now, a life partner is someone who supports and accompanies you through life's journey. Someone that supports and accompanies you through life journey. A life partner is based on a relationship built on mutual support, mutual respect, trust, and compatibility. Now, I circled the word compatibility, but as well, you can circle all these words I mentioned. A relationship built on mutual respect, trust, and compatibility. It's a two-way thing. You get? It's a two-way. It takes two to tango, like I've mentioned in one of our sessions. So a life partner is a relationship built on mutual respect, trust, and compatibility. It's often associated with a deep affection and a strong foundation for a life together. Now, I mentioned earlier that soulmates is someone with whom you share intense and often spiritual connection. It's something that is predestined, or someone that is predestined to meet you, or you guys are predestined to either be friends or be romantic lovers or be lovers or be couples. Like I said, it's not just romantic, it could be platonic as well. There are platonic relationships, the kind that you just love someone and the person completes you and impacts you and drives you to be the better version of yourself. But that's just based on the surface, nothing romantically. That's just how soulmates are. Soulmates are not just romantic lovers. Your soulmate can be your best friend. Your soulmate can be your closest pal. Your soulmate can be that person that gets you. It can be either of the genders. It's not just limited to the opposite sex or the opposite gender. You get me? And I say a life partner is often associated with a deep affection and a strong foundation for a life together. So a life partner is a two-way thing. A soulmate is based more of the connection or the deep and intense spirituality, or someone that completes you, or a profound level of relationship that just happens, without you forcing it or doing anything to affect the bond. It just happens naturally. But a life partner, on the other hand, is someone you share committed, relationship with, mutual respect, trust, and compatibility. Like, you guys have to be compatible. And aside being compatible, you build the relationship based on mutual respect and trust. Now, in a bullet point here, a soulmate is often seen as a unique and intense connection. Now, the first one is a connection. It just happens. You don't force it. It just happens. While a life partner is a long-term companion for life's journey. Now, the first one, or the former, is a unique and an intense connection. Now, you can decide what or what not to do with that connection. You can decide how to define that intense and deep connection. You can decide how to define, the relationship based off of the connection. But a life partner is a long-term companion for life's journey. That is, we are in this together. Like I said, it's a two-way thing, and that two-way thing is based off of commitment, mutual respect, trust, and compatibility, most essentially. Now, while I earlier said they are used interchangeably, they are distant but equally related. Why you may be looking for a soulmate, that someone that gets and connects with you more than just the physical realm or understanding or attributes. Look out for a life partner that will be committed to you as well and willing to go through the life journey or life's adventure with you and with them. But if you find a soulmate who happens to be willing to be your life partner as well, and you theirs also, building the foundation on mutual respect, trust, and commitment, believe in me, you are good to go. You are good to go having a beautiful relationship, or rather companionship. Like I said, why you may be looking for your soulmate, or if you happen to see your soulmate, or you guys happen, to just see yourself or jam yourself, and you guys realize, oh wow, this is my soulmate, yeah. But now you're looking for someone that wants to have a committed and long-term relationship, or rather a companionship, and you see that person in this your soulmate, and your soulmate also see that person in you. You guys are good to go. Now, one is the beginning, the other is the continuity. Now, the soulmate is like the feeling, yeah, and the soulmate is like the connection, yeah. Now, what you decide to do with that feeling or connection, the work and the effort you are willing to take to advance that feeling or connection, if you are ready for it, if both parties are ready for it, if it's a mutual thing. Like, if I'm ready, if I see a girl and she happens to be my soulmate, and she also realizes that I'm my soulmate, and we don't just leave the discussion that, okay, yeah, you're my soulmate, come on, you get me, I get you. There's just that divine, that spiritual connection. We don't leave it that way. We decide, okay, yeah, what are we gonna do with this connection? And I'd be like, okay, I'd love to have you as my partner, my spouse, I'd love to spend the rest of my life with you. And she also goes or be like, I would love to also spend my life with you, have you as my partner. And there's a mutual agreement, but this agreement now is not something like I say it's signed by law, but there's a mutual understanding that, okay, yes, we are in this together. There's the commitment, and we realize, okay, yeah, we are not just soulmates, and we are not just willing to be committed, we are compatible as well. Now, you may be willing to commit with someone, or may be willing to go on life's journey with someone, but if you are not compatible, it will be a lot harder. Yeah, it will be like another challenge that you'd have to surpass. One thing is the soulmate, yeah. Another is the understanding, or the mutual agreement or understanding that, okay, yeah, not just be my soulmate, we can be in a long-term relationship. That's number two. That's the commitment. Now, number three, addressing each other as mutuals in terms of respect and according each other respect and trust. That's number three. Now, number four, are you guys compatible? If you check the things you like. And mind you, it's not a must that, excuse me, it's not a must that you'd have or marry a partner that has 100% what you do. Like, if you love to watch probably action movies, you love to take your walk, you love to read, you love to go to the libraries on Saturdays, you love to do certain things. It's not a must that you must marry a partner that does exactly the same things with you. It's not a must that people that do the same things or have the same hobbies are automatically going to be compatible. Now, compatibility goes beyond the hobbies. Compatibility goes beyond what you see. Compatibility goes beyond your habits or your characters. Compatibility is based off of a mental connection, a physical connection, an emotional connection, and a spiritual connection. Because where you may stand spiritually may not be where I stand spiritually. And if I'm not able, to compromise myself so that both of us can work, then we're not compatible. If you're not able to compromise yourself so both of us can work, then we're not compatible. But seeing a soulmate, and you guys realize, okay, we're not just soulmates, we are compatible, yeah. There's mutual trust, there's mutual understanding, okay. There's good foundation, okay. We can pursue a healthy relationship. We can pursue a long-term relationship. Now, not just a fling or something that it's just a one-time something, or you're just putting a stunt. Now, when you realize this is not just for now, this is both for the now, for tomorrow, for next tomorrow, for life. And the other party agrees and understand this is not just for the now, this is for the now, tomorrow, next tomorrow, and for life. That's the commitment. That is, they are ready to risk anything, they are ready to go all in, they are ready to do anything it takes as far this relationship works. That's the commitment. And now, if you guys are compatible, regardless of your likes and dislikes, regardless of what you love to do, or rather your hobbies, or what you love to engage in. There's an understanding, there's a bridge that no matter what the other person likes to do or dislikes, or what the other person likes to do and dislike, there's a bridge that when you guys come together, there is an understanding. You guys are compatible. That's something you have to take note. Now, in a nutshell, I would say a soulmate is like the emotional guy. You understand? Why a life partner is the intentional guy. Like I've said, or like I've explained earlier, the soulmate is like the emotional guy. That is, you can see someone and it's just be like, oh wow, what's happening? I'm attracted to this girl, I'm attracted to this guy. What's happening? Man, I'm really drawn to this girl, man. I'm really drawn to this guy. So that's like the soulmate part, yeah? It's the emotional guy. Now, the life partner part is the intentional guy. You understand? If you find both in one person, come on, go ahead, come on. You have the best part of relationship. That's why it's advisable to have your partner as your best friend. It's advisable to know your partner to her fault or to his fault. Like, know the person like the back of your palm. Understand? Just like how you wash, your hands, like you and your partner helping each other. You understand? It's like a bond. So know your partner to a fault. Understand your partner so well. So if you find an emotional guy and an intentional guy in one person, that's gender notwithstanding. If you find an emotional guy who happens to be the soulmate in a person, and the person is also intentional about you and intentional about making the relationship work or the connection work, then you can go ahead. So that brings the answer to my question, or to our question, the difference between a soulmate and a life partner. In a nutshell, a soulmate is the emotional guy. That's just like the striking, natural spiritual connection you have with a person. Someone that just gets you for real, and you get the person also for real. That's the soulmate, and that's the emotional guy. But now, who a life partner is the intentional guy, the person that brings about commitment. Now, I'm not referring to a human, I'm referring to as a metaphor, the life partner, the guy that brings about commitment, the guy that brings about trust, the guy that brings about respect. Now, if these soulmates, both of you, are ready to be intentional about yourselves and are ready to work things together for a life journey, not for a fling, not for 2 weeks, you now tell your friend, oh man, I'm tired of that guy. Oh, that boy don't really get me. Oh, that girl, oh, she not really my type, bro. I know too, but that vibe. No. So if you get the person gets you, you both are intentional about yourself, then a soulmate can invariably or can subsequently be a life partner. Or soulmates can subsequently happen to be life partners, or live together, or bond together, or go through the life journey together. So that is the answer to my question. Now, the second question I have here is how can I keep the spark alive in any relationship or in a long-term relationship? Now, this question is funny because not quite long, I answered this question to some of my friends, or we argued a bit about this question and came to a light, or came to an understanding of this question. Now, the question goes, how can I keep the spark alive in my relationship or in a long-term relationship? Now, first of all, I would like to address something about this spark, because sometimes this spark tends to turn a lot of things, or turn to a lot of things, or spoil a lot of things. First of all, you guys should understand. I've told my friends and random people, whoever I've brought about this question, or I've seen them arguing about this question. You see that word spark, eh? Remove it from a relationship. Remove that word spark. Understand? You're not a transformer. You're not an electric man or electric woman. You're not a source of electric energy. If they connect cables to you, it will not give us light. So remove that word spark from your relationship dictionary, because if you continually, frequently, on and on looking for spark, 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 what would you do if you don't see the spark? What would you do if you don't get electrocuted? So please just remove that word spark from your relationship vocab. You get, if you keep looking for spark or lightning or even thunder in your relationship, rather than making most of the moments and appreciating each other, you may slowly lose sight of yourselves and may slowly lose sight of your relationship, or lose sight of someone you love or someone you once deeply loved, because you are so invested in sparks, rather than total commitment. Now, don't get me wrong, you can look for sparks, but what if there are no sparks at the moment? Won't you be committed? What if there are no sparks at the moment? Wouldn't you have a beautiful relationship? What if there are no sparks at the moment? Wouldn't you say, okay, don't worry, I'll still ride with you, I'll still ride with her? So don't just limit your relationship to just sparks and sparks and sparks and sparks. But I'm coming. Don't be in a haste. Because, okay, rather than focus on just sparks or invested in sparks, be invested in commitment, because it's not every time the relationship will be sweet. Again, it's not every time. It's not every time the relationship will be beautiful. It's not every time that you have very amazing moments in relationship. There are times that there are ups and then downs, But don't get me wrong, it's not bad to want to keep the spark alive, and it's not bad to have, stuff that you do that will give you the spark. If it's sparks you're looking for, or if it's lightning or thunder or heavy downpour, whatever you're looking for, it's not bad to look for sparks in your long-term relationship. But remove that word spark from your relationship vocab. You get me? But to answer the question, because it's a question, and definitely I'll have to answer the question. These are some ways you can actually take, to help keep your relationship alive. To help keep your relationship alive. Leave that spark. But then there are still sparks based on what you need or what you want, or how you see your relationship, or what you want to see in your relationship. So how to keep your sparks, or how to keep your relationship alive. Number one, communicate openly. Now, share your thoughts. Communication is everything, like I've earlier said when we talked about both love and relationship in our previous sessions, and about family as well. Communication is everything. So share your thoughts, feelings, and desires with your partner at all times, every time. You see that silent treatment that we mostly do, or we sometimes do at times, to either make our partner or make your partner to realize that you are pissed, or to understand that you are pissed. See, calm, chill out. Because if that silent treatment get lingered, it can slowly ruin your relationship. It can slowly dull, the lively moments, or dull the moment. So instead of all those silent treatment or playing those pissed at you card, don't talk to me, is life is one life. So instead of that, giving yourself distance, and as some people will do, share what and how you are feeling openly to your partner. And don't just share how you're feeling or what the person made you do or your partner made you do. Share it in love. This is how you talk to someone that has offended you, and the person will be like, we did fight? Is it not me? Are we different? So share how you're feeling, or what your partner has done, how it has made you feel, or how it's making you feel. Share it openly, honestly, and in love. Now, so that if it's be it emotional, be it emotional, be it physically, or physical attribute, or physical beef, or whatever, be it sexual needs, share your desires as well. How your partner has made you feel, relate to them openly. Tell them how you feel. Let them know how you feel, and let them know in love. It will bring about more intimacy in your relationship and better understanding. It's not every time that your partner will do something and realize that he or she has offended you. Sometimes it may be unintentional, but now it's based off of how you react or what you do that will make your partner realize, and how well you let him know or let her know that what you see, what you did earlier, I don't like it, or I didn't like it. So relate to them openly. Don't do all those code language things. I'll be like, you understand, bro, he may not understand, bro, she may not understand. So relate to them. Let your partner know how you feel, what you feel, what you want or what you need. This will keep the relationship healthy and alive, and will also make you enjoy sex or intimacy better. That's why the best form of relationships are those partners who communicate to each other regularly and communicate to each other how they feel or what they are doing and how it makes them feel. Even in sex, now we're not talking about sex, but sex is part of relationship, you understand? But when in sex, for you to understand your partner better, for you to enjoy sex better, believe me, there has to be conversation while the sex is going on. There has to be communication while the sex is going on. If your partner is going too hard, your partner is not doing it as well, it's your duty to let her know or your duty to let him know this is it, this is that. Do it this way, do it that way. So to make your relationship more understandable and to boost intimacy in your relationship. So in a nutshell, communicate. And how do you communicate? Thoughtful communications, communicate your feelings, communicate your desires, and do them openly and in love. Not how you just react out of line, in love still, so that person realizes, yes, it's my partner I'm talking to, or it's my wife, or it's my husband, or it's my babe I'm talking to. You understand? In love. So that is one of the ways to keep the spark alive or keep your relationship alive. Number two, schedule quality time. No matter how busy your schedule may be, no matter how tight you feel you are or your work is, regularly set time for each other. Regularly set time for each other, for both of you to spend quality time together. It shows care for one another, and it also boosts support for one another or each other. So that's another way to boost spark or to keep the spark alive in your relationship. Schedule quality time. Number three, try new things. Try new things together, rather. Explore new hobbies, explore new interests, new experiences. Basically, have fun together on different levels. Go wild together. Go crazy together. Rain is falling. Go dance under the rain together. Even in your sex life or your sexual life, go crazy together. Try new things together. Explore, just go out of the line in the relationship space, not out of the line, but out of the line in your relationship. That is both of you. Go out of the line together and have fun. I don't mean something that will begin your relationship or bringing in all these nasty and dirty ideas that you have now. There are some persons that will tell you, or some guys or some ladies that will tell their partner that they should try threesome, this and that, to spicing up the relationship. Dead that thought. Dead it. See, anyone that loves you, like anyone that loves you and want to try with you, anyone that loves you and want to go long with you, will never suggest that to you. Because if you love someone, yeah, and the person is your life partner, just as this first question said, okay, now the first question has entered this. If you love someone, yeah, and the person is your life partner, it will be all and all. It will be all of me to all of you, and all of you to all of me. Our bodies are ours. Your body is mine, and my body is yours. Both of you are one. So there's no way you would suggest a threesome or suggest all those nasty things. Believe me, that in the long run would only ruin your relationship. Having something with one person alone is the sweetest thing you can ever have in this life. And exploring together, learning about yourselves together, and learning about how you like something or what you like and you dislike this and how you dislike it, or how you want this to be done together, will give you a more beautiful relationship than trying different things with different people or jumping from one person to another. Invariably, what I'm talking about also is having someone you share yourself with, having someone you share something together with, having someone that is for you or is your own, and you are the persons. Having an intimate relationship with one person is a lot better, more beautiful, and is even healthier and more safe than jumping from one person to another. So dead that thought. So trying new things together is another way to keep spark alive, keep your relationship alive. Number four, surprise each other. Now, plan surprises, be it big or small or little, just to keep things exciting and bubbling. And also celebrate each other's wins, celebrate each other's birthdays, promotion, business growth, whatever your partner or whenever your partner is happy or whatever your partner is happy about, celebrate with them. No matter how little, no matter how small. Don't go, now this thing they make you happy. Is it this thing that is making you happy like this? No, bro. Whenever your partner is happy, celebrate with her. Whenever your partner is happy, celebrate with him, and surprise them. Plan surprises, not just on fixed days or days meant to be celebrated out of the blue. Surprise your partners is another way to keep the sparks or keep your relationship alive. Number 5, show appreciation. Now, how do you show appreciation? Like I said, every topic we are treating, it's interrelated, it's intertwined. That's why you shouldn't miss any class. You feel me? And you should share this link to your friends so that all of us learn and grow together. Show appreciation. How do you do this? Express gratitude and acknowledge each other's effort, no matter how small, no matter how little, bro. Acknowledge each other's effort. When you realize that, okay, yes, someone is going out of his way or going out of her way, or even if the person is not going out of any way, but the person is just trying to do something that will make you happy, do something that will make you smile, to give you joy, appreciate, acknowledge, acknowledge that effort. That's why some person will tell you it's the thoughts that count. The gift may be small, the celebration may be small, the outing may be little, maybe sublime, maybe just cozy, but acknowledge the person's efforts, show appreciation. It's another way to keep sparks alive in your relationship or keep your relationship healthy. Number 6, take breaks and practice self-care. Self-care. Now, you shouldn't just be overly concerned about your partner, but you should take care of yourself as well. Because when you're healthy, your partner is for your partner's benefits. When your partner is healthy, it's for your benefits also. So take breaks and practice self-care. Allow time for individual growth and rejuvenation. Allow time for relaxation and recovery from every form of stress. You get, and this taking a break, both of you can take a break together, both of you can hit the gym together, both of you can go get massages together, both of you can go have fun together, but take breaks and practice self-care. Be strong for yourself and be strong for your partner as well. Number seven, another way to keep spark in your relationship or keep your relationship alive, maintain intimacy. Practice physical and emotional connection rather. Practice it. It should be consistent. It should be something you do on a regular. So maintain that intimacy. Intimacy is not a one-time thing. Intimacy is not a periodical thing. It's meant to be on a steady. It's meant to be consistent. And the best way you can do this is practice it. If you feel you're on the same page and you are making sense, like the video so I understand that yes, what I'm saying you guys are understanding. Like the video, drop a comment, or just drop your perspective or your view in one of the things or either of the things I'm saying. So get prioritize physical and emotional connection. That is maintaining intimacy. Another way to keep sparks in your relationship or keep your relationship alive, laugh together. You should laugh. Not that it's only when you go out that you see girls outside, you now be laughing. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? Or yeah, girl, you see guys outside and be like, hi, you look good. Nah. As your relationship, to keep your relationship alive, laugh together. Humor can keep the spark alive. That's why you have to be the best friend of your partner and vice versa, just like I mentioned earlier. You've ever had or have a friend that when you guys just look at each other, you guys just start laughing? I don't know if you have. Me, I have one. I have like two, and my elder brother also. My elder brother is like, we are so close because we went to the same school and we're in the same department. So we understand ourselves very well that if we just look at ourselves out of the view randomly, we just start laughing. And there's sometimes that whatever I'm thinking, if I just look at him, he understands. Or whatever he's thinking, if he just looks at me, I understand because there's that synergy and that intimacy and that bond that has grown over time. You feel me? Yeah. So as to have your relationship built, having that spark or keeping your relationship alive, you should have such synergy with your partner. So laugh together, or you should have this kind of synergy, or if you have this kind of friend that when something serious is going on, and you're trying to behave yourself or hold yourself, if you just stare at that friend or more, you can lose it. Like at the instance, you just explode. It's like a time bomb. You just start laughing, as if someone tickled you on the spot. You both just start laughing. Yeah, that's how you should be with your partner. Laugh together and tell yourself stories and jokes. Make fun, make merry together. Create an environment that both of you will humor together. Create an environment that both of you will be the best of yourselves or the best version of yourselves, and it should be a safe space. Not the one that when you tell your partner a joke, you'll be like, you don't carry me play too much, waiting to bring that kind of leg. But then you should be careful the kind of joke you tell, and it shouldn't go out of the line that it will be like a disrespect to your partner. But jokes are jokes, you feel me? Yeah. But there are some jokes that are way out of the line. So yeah, but tell yourselves jokes and stories that will just give the moment, that light. Another way to keep the spark in your relationship or keep your relationship alive is to seek new experiences. Travel, learn, or take on new challenges together. Travel to new cities, learn new languages, learn about people, learn about different cultures, have fun, have beautiful experiences, go skydiving, go swimming together, go snow diving or snow surfing together, whichever, just have fun together, and try on new challenges together. Another way to boost or keep the spark in your relationship, show affection. Now, what is affection? Small gestures like holding your hands, taking a walk in the park, holding your hands, grabbing lunch for each other, hugs and kisses, different types of hugs and kisses for different scenarios or situations. That some couples they have handshake style. Then they do pa and kiss each other. So that kind of stuff, you can spice up your relationship and keep your relationship having that spark, because whenever I see your partner, or you see your guy, or you see your girl, or you see your babe, or you see your sweetheart, you can't just wait to do that your pa and kiss each other. Yeah. So show affection. Or you can have a dance together, just have fun, or learn something together, or write love notes to yourself. See love notes. You see how love notes used to give us joy when we were growing up, when we were little, yeah? Like you write love notes to your crush, or write notes to a girl you love, or a girl write notes to you. You see how sweet that vibe is. That shouldn't just die. That's why, like I mentioned in one of the sessions, if I can recall well, about your inner self. See that inner child in you. You shouldn't let it die, because that's where your happiness lies. You feel me? So learn to write love notes to your partner. You can press buttons and take care of your partner in a way that you don't even understand, and it goes a long way. So show affection, or showing affection, is another way to keep your relationship alive, or keep the spark alive, as the question asked. Another way is embrace change, grow and evolve together. Celebrate the journey whilst both of you are growing, both of you are evolving. Embrace the change. Don't be too relaxed. Embrace, and don't be too rigid. Embrace the change while you are growing, and celebrate the journey whilst. But take note, or remember, every relationship is unique in its own way. Whatever works for one may not work for you. Whatever work for your friend may not work for you. That's why communication is essential. That's why understanding is essential. That's why mutual respect is essential, because with all these, you can understand your partner better, and you can understand what works for your partner, and your partner can also understand what works for you. What may work for a couple may not work for others, and what may work for a couple may not work for you. So be patient, communicate openly, and find what works best for you and your partner. So these are ways to keep the spark alive And I hope I've answered your question. Whoever asked this, how can I keep the spark alive in my relationship or in a long-term relationship? These are some of the ways to keep the spark alive. But like I better said, to keep your relationship healthy and alive. Now, our last question, the question goes, is my purpose only about my career or is it broader than that? I know a lot of persons would have asked themselves these questions or would have pondered or what this question is or what purpose really is or actually is. And I ain't gonna lie to you or not gonna lie to you. It can be draining and it can be cumbersome, But the best thing to do is take a chill and tread slowly because it's a discovery. So take it slowly to the discovery. So back to the question, is my purpose only about career or is it broader than that? Okay, now your purpose is not limited to your career, and sometimes the career you're even doing is based on circumstances, not really what you want to do. Some of us or a lot of us, this is our situation. The career you're doing is not really what you want to do, so you can't really say that's your purpose, or you can't really say that will define your purpose. But regarding the person's question, your career can be a significant aspect of your purpose. If it's something you love to do and it gives you peace as well, that's calm. But let me finish. If it's something you love to do and it gives you peace as well, and your passion is somewhat tied to it. Now, what do I mean by passion? Passion is something that if it's a career you're doing and it happens that maybe your payment is delayed or you're not paid for like a month or two, or your wage or your salary is delayed, you feel it because you're a human here and you need money to survive or you need money to meet your daily needs or wants and stuff. But you are still happy to go to work, you are still happy to go to office, you're still happy to engage in what your career is about, you're still happy, that kind of thing. That's when you can say, okay, your purpose is based on your career or your purpose is related to your career. You can still go to work happily even when you have not yet been paid or your pay is delayed. That's, you have a passion for what you are doing. So your purpose can be related to that career you are doing. But purpose is a multifaceted concept that encompasses various areas of your life, not just your career alone. So you shouldn't just coin it to just your career. And so these areas include your relationship, your connection and impact with loved ones, community or society, and the world at large. Now I circled the word impact. In our first session about discovering purpose, that's Tuesday's Love and Purpose, about discovering purpose, I said whatever you do and it has an impact, a positive impact in the lives of people, or it has a positive impact in the society, and also has a positive impact in your community or the world at large, that can give you a clue to where your purpose lies. So relationship, your connection and impact with loved ones, community or society, and the world at large is an area of your purpose. 2, personal growth, continuous learning, self-improvement and progress. We learned that purpose evolves, it's a journey, so it evolves as well. So you too, as a person, you have to grow through the change, or you have to grow while your purpose is evolving. So continuous learning, self-improvement and progress is a clue or is an area of your purpose as well. Number 3, values and beliefs. This is another area of your purpose when it aligns with your core principles and convictions. So your purpose is not just limited to your career alone, and sometimes it can be about your career, but also another area is your values and your beliefs. When some things align with your core principles and your convictions, it's another area where purpose lies. Number 4, hobbies and passion. These are activities that bring joy and fulfillment. That's why I said if your career is something that your passion is embedded into, or embedded within that. Even when you are not paid, you still have the joy and fulfillment doing your work. Your purpose can be attached to that career, or your purpose can be said is underlined under that your career, or merged in your career as well. Number 5 area is contribution. If whatever you do or whatever you are doing or your career makes a positive impact in the world, and it gives you joy that you are part of the people making an impact in a specific area positively in the world, that is, you are making a contribution, okay, that can be another area where your purpose lies. And if your career gives you this, that is contribution, make a positive impact in the world, yes, your purpose can be said is attached to your career or lies in your career as well. Number 6, spirituality, and that area that talks about purpose is your spirituality. That is connection to something greater than yourself. That's why you need grace. Spirituality is another aspect of purpose. Connection to something, the connection to something greater than yourself. That's why you need grace. And now, what is grace? Most of us say more grace, grace. But grace means God in your race. That is God in the affairs of man. God in the affairs of what you do. God in the affairs of your work. God in the affairs, God over all. So God in your race. That's grace. And that's the best way to understand your purpose, or the best way to realize what your purpose is or what you are created for. God is. That's another area, spirituality. Another area is well-being, taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. Yes, that's another area of your purpose, your well-being. Because if you are not sound, how would you realize your purpose? And taking care of your physical health, your mental health, and your emotional health can give you a clue of your purpose. Like I said earlier, one of the ways to discover your purpose is your pain. What gives you pain? What is that thing that whenever I see it, you are just pained or you are irritated because it's not how you want it to be, and you wish you could make an impact in that area? That's your pain. That will give you a clue of where your purpose lies. And again, I mentioned something about trauma. I said if growing up you had some experiences that haunts you even till now, that's a pain to you, and you wouldn't want to see someone go through that same pain, or go through that same hurt, or go through that same emotion, and you want to be like a change to people, or you want to affect lives positively in that aspect, and be like either an activist or a motivational speaker in that line, so that people can learn from your experience and also avoid being hurt in such areas. That will give you a clue of what your purpose is or where your purpose lies. And if the career you are doing gives room for such, then yeah, your career can be said to be linked or related to your purpose. Number 8 area is community involvement, engagement with your global or local community. If your career allows you engage positively with your local community, or allows you engage positively with the global community, or your career allows you do things that you know will make a change in your community or bring about a change globally, then that can be a clue of where your purpose lies. But don't just limit your purpose to just your career alone, because there are other aspects of your life beyond career, and there are other things you can do about yourself, and other impact you can make to the world, to society, to someone near you, to your friends, to your family, to your loved ones, beyond just your career. So your purpose shouldn't just be limited to your career. Another aspect is life experiences. That's accumulating memories, wisdom, insights, and again, pains or trauma. So life experiences can give you a clue of what your purpose is, or life experiences is another area with which you can realize purpose. And your life experiences obviously could be also related to your career and also outside your career. So your purpose is not something that is just boxed or limits to just your career alone. And that area, which is the most important, is legacy. Now, legacy is leaving a lasting impact or heritage. That is, your name will live for sounds of time from generation to generation, and are not just living the real life. And you know, when your name sounds from generation to generation, it's either for two things. It's either you are brutal, or we are an evil person, or you are a wicked person, or we are a violent kind of person, or we are terror to humanity. That's one. But that's not a legacy. But now, legacy is when you leave a lasting impact or heritage. And impact or heritage is mostly positive. Now, if you can do this with your career as well, then you're on track. But you shouldn't just limit your purpose to your career, because outside your career, there are other things you can still do, other things that you love, other things that you are passionate about, and you would want to instill them in other people or in society or in community, or you'd want to affect lives positively with them. So yes, you shouldn't just limit or box your purpose to your career. But if your career helps you or enables you leave a legacy, that is, leave a lasting impact or heritage in the lives of people, in society, in your community, and the world at large, then it can be said your purpose is attached to that. So while your career can be a significant expression of your purpose, it's essential to recognize that purpose encompasses various aspects of life. But take note, or remember, your purpose is unique and can also evolve over time. Just like I said, it's a journey of discovery, growth, and exploration. I circle those. Your purpose is unique and it can as well evolve over time, because it's a journey of discovery. Just as you are discovering some things about yourself every day, you are discovering things about life every day. Your purpose as well is a journey of discovery, growth, and exploration. Exploration because you are either trying new things and realizing that, okay, yes, so I like this thing, or yes, I'm actually passionate about this or in this area of life. So that's why purpose is unique and it evolves, and that's why it's a journey of discovery, growth, and exploration. And brothers and sisters, men and brethren, ladies and gents, this brings us to the end of today's session, and I believe, or I hope, I've answered these questions beautifully. If you're just joining us, the recap of the questions we had, or we answered 3 questions today. The first question was, what's the difference between a soulmate and a life partner, which we explained beautifully, and also realized that both of them are interrelated. And if you find both of them in a person, come on, have a beautiful life, because a soulmate is someone you have connection with, like both of you are predestined for each other. Both of you just have that natural or spiritual connection, and both of you match your energy. That is a soulmate. But that may not be your life partner, because a life partner involves commitment, healthy foundation that is built on mutual respect, commitment, and compatibility. So if you happen to meet your soulmate and your soulmate is ready to be all these and go through life journey with you, then come on, go and have a beautiful relationship. But both have distant meanings, and both can also work together. Second question was, how can I keep the sparks alive in any relationship, in my relationship or in a long-term relationship? And I said, I don't like the word spark, because when you don't see the spark, what are you gonna do? So you should be more invested in making the most of the moment and appreciating each other than just looking for sparks, because when there are no sparks, what are you gonna do? And I still went ahead to give us ways on how to keep the relationship alive, or how to keep the sparks, lightning and thunder, alive. Which I said, number 1, communicate openly, schedule quality time, try new things together, surprise each other, show appreciation, so forth and so on. You understand? Now, our last question was, is my purpose only about my career, or is it broader than that? And I also explained that if your career gives you peace and your career is an avenue where you have impact or positive impact in the lives of people, in society, and the world at large, then yes, that can be a key of your purpose. But your life is beyond your career, the other aspects of your life, and purpose is not just defined, limited to your career alone. So your career, your purpose is not just about your career. It is broader than that because it's a journey, and your purpose can evolve over time, and it's left to you to discover, to grow, and to explore your purpose. That brings us to the end of today's session. If you love today's session, I would love you to give this video or this live a like, and also share the link for your friends or to your friends so they can watch. And if you're just joining us, you're welcome as well. The video will still be active, or the video will still be live even after this live session, and you can watch it anytime and understand better. So thank you. It is live streaming Dheecodah blow up. See you same time 8 p.m. tomorrow, and tomorrow is on Life and Purpose Tuesdays, and tomorrow's topics are how to discover purpose 2 and how to define purpose. So one thing is discovering your purpose, and another is defining your purpose. That's why purpose is a journey. That's why purpose is not a one-time thing. So yeah, how to discover your purpose part 2, and how to define your purpose. So see you tomorrow same time 8 p.m. If it's night where you are, it's night where I am. Have a good night. Have a beautiful night. Sleep good. Sleep like a baby. Wake up like a giant. The Lord be with you. Happy new month again. If it's morning where you are, have a beautiful and pleasant morning, and make declarations of how you want your day to be like. If it's afternoon where you are, have a calm noon, and don't forget to stay hydrated. I remain your boy, Dheecodah, and you know the vibes. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for coming through today, and I hope to see you same time tomorrow, 8 p.m. for Life and Purpose. I love you. Please say it back. Just say it back. All right, I love you. See you same time tomorrow, 8 p.m. Bless up. Happy new month. Have a pleasant, wonderful, successful, favorable, and a month filled with rest and total rest, just as God rested on the 7th day. So peace out. Have a nice time. Enjoy the day ahead or the night ahead. Have a beautiful sleep or a beautiful day. I love you, and I remain Dheecodah with the vibes. See you tomorrow. All right, peace out. Peace out. All right.